Hi everyone, and welcome to the Haunted Connection show.
You had the carrot down as well.
We're bringing this to you from the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre in Hinckley, and we're going to be discussing tonight some future plans that bit of a shake-up at the centre. So, what have you got in store, boss?
It's one of the last times we'll say bring you to from Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre.
It is, because the name is slightly changing as well.
The name is changing. We got lots of different shows planned coming up, haven't we?
When I said bugger, I just realised I haven't got my notepad with me that I bought yesterday.
Oh God, we've got no chance to remember it. Yes, we'll start off in all these plans that we talked about. They are going to be all sorted and in place by the 1st of April. So we've got the whole of March to get things booked in and announced and all that sort of thing. But we're going to tell you guys tonight exactly what we're doing. The biggest thing is the name of the centre is changing. We are going to be called the Paranormal Research Centre. That's primarily because that's what we want to do, isn't it? We want to do more research into demons and all the things that we're doing. So, under the main title of the centre is the Paranormal Research Centre, but that incorporates the Haunted Antiques Museum, the Devil's Den Escape Room, the Zombie War Office Escape Room, and everything else we do. So, the name is going to be more focused on what we want to do, which is better for me. Sounds a bit more interesting to me.
Yeah, so the building's going to have a bit of a revamp as well inside. So the tea room at the minute is just being rearranged. So the shop area still will be there, but it's going to look slightly different. So the cabinets will be sort of restocked differently from the 1st of April.
Yes. So some of the cabinets from the tea room and the shop area are going upstairs into the museum, so it will become a museum. Not everything is going to be behind glass, so when teams investigate they can still work with the items if they want to, but it will look a bit more like a museum.
Yes.
The main reason for that is some of the items are getting a bit delicate now. For example, the German World War II helmet, it's becoming very, very delicate, and if we don't put it behind glass there'll be nothing left of it, and that'll be a shame. Claire has put the first comment up. Claire says sounds lovely. Thank you very much, Claire. So that's the biggie. We do have a new logo, which I will show you if I can work out how to do it. I will show you our new logo. Our new logo is that. Designed by Andy Saw from the Haunted magazine. I think it looks pretty cool.
It looks good, yeah.
So that's our new logo. So, because another reason is because Claire says I normally watch on YouTube. We are still on YouTube, and you still can comment. What was I saying? For the last 5 years, we have been open 5 years, and to be honest, we've done some research like the Demon Connections, but the main focus I think for the last 5 years is letting paranormal teams come in to do their work. And to be honest, when I was sitting down here for 6 hours while the teams were having all the fun of investigating the building, I get quite jealous, and I get quite frustrated. Yes, Claire, we see your comments, and Vicky loves the new logo. So we are, because the escape rooms have taken off, the Devil's Den escape room has taken off so well, we are going to make another escape room. So the escape rooms are going to be the main focus of the income to keep the centre open.
Yeah.
So, which will mean I've not got to sell every Friday and Saturday out to teams to get the income to keep the building the centre open, which means we will have more Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays to do work for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's the intention. Lots of comments. We love getting your comments. Vicky says Sunday was a super active afternoon and evening. Yes, it was. So the escape rooms are going to become more frequent on the website. What else are we going to do?
Well, some of the things that's led up to this is you've been let down by quite a few teams.
Oh yes.
And teams who have sort of probably paid the deposit and then they don't turn up and you've not heard from them, so there's a loss of income there. Or people who try to cancel it last minute and they don't want to, pay the money, or it's got quite complicated because people seem reluctant to want to pay the balance, and that puts a lot more pressure on admin for Neil and Julie. It puts a lot more pressure on chasing people for the money. And seeing if people are coming, and when people cancel it last minute, it does impact the centre quite a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we do need the income. Well, for the last 5 years, we've needed the income for the teams to actually pay for the building. But now, from April on, we can rely on the escape rooms to actually fund the building, which is great to me.
Yeah. And all the teams will still be very welcome to book dates and everything else, but there will be a slight change that at the time of booking, people will have to pay the full amount up front. So then if they don't bother turning up, then there's no loss of income for the centre, because if you book that night, it's if you book that night and you don't turn up, it's a lot of hassle for Neil to try and resell the night or to try and regenerate that income in order to keep the place open. So that is one of the new changes that's coming in, which will be on the website, won't it? So you'll be able to book which date you want, but the payment will have to be up front. There's no deposit now. It will be payment in full up front.
Plus, if people do cancel, it gives us not a chance to resell, because they won't resell it. It'll give us another Saturday to do what we want to do, because we've got lots of different ideas to bring lots of different research live feeds to you. Let's put some comments up. Claire says, on YouTube, I leave your comments, share you with my members. Thank you very much. I can see the comments on YouTube as well, so I apologize if I don't read them all out. Then Claire says, yes, that's understandable. Yeah, so that's a couple of things. One of the new shows, we do the Demon Connections, which is because we're not dependent on, I'm not under pressure to sell every Friday and Saturday night to the teams. Obviously, if team want to book it, they can. But if we've not sold it, we can do another Demon Connection show.
Yep.
So, because I want us to get through them a bit faster. I think we all do, don't we?
Yeah.
So we want to get through the Demon Connections faster, because it is really important to our research.
Yeah.
Plus, we're going to want another new show that we're going to bring to you is the Fae Files.
Yep, I'm going to look at that.
So, I'll ring alongside. It's going to be similar to the Demon Connections, but we are looking at the Fae.
Yeah.
So, what sort of thing are you hoping to find out there, Jane?
Well, this will probably run through the summer, and we're looking at getting out to the woods, to rivers, to places like that where the Fae are more likely to be meeting and living, and where there's possibly clusters and things like that. So we are looking forward to doing that. That will probably be over the summer, so we can get out and about and look at some of these places.
Yep, sounds exciting. Claire says, I know the Fae, and then she says, that will be great. Thank you. Yeah, I think the Fae Files, I think, are going to be interesting, because I don't quite know what to expect.
No, I don't think any of us do really, but that's why we do it, isn't it? To find out.
And she says, so it's a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's pouring down with rain, I'm not going to go into the woods. If it's freezing cold, I'm not going to go into the woods. But then we don't have to go out, do we? With the fae.
No, we can do them right here as well.
So I'm looking forward to that. Another live feed show we're going to bring to you is regarding the haunted antiques, haunted objects that we got in the building. We're going to do more work on the items, which is something that we've not had enough opportunity
and
to do.
Amy wants the opportunity to work with haunted items, but in an experiment form where the four of us tried different experiments with the same item. So I'm not quite sure what she's going to call that yet. What's that?
Well, I haven't decided what to call it yet.
No, so that's something else new that's coming up.
But running alongside that, we've started bringing back the haunted item, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or including that, all four of us are going to do a different experiment on an item to try and get communication. But we're also forming part of that is we're going to put the item in front of the camera, so all you people watching can have your input on the research as well, which is it'll all be joined up. Claire says you've probably got a few fae in the museum. Yes.
I think so.
So I'm looking forward to that. It won't be called the centre now. The rooms for the haunted objects will become the Haunted Antiques Museum. That won't be open every Saturday.
No.
It'll be open every other Saturday for tours, so people can book tours on the website again. So that's how people can come around the museum.
So there will just be 3 slots at the moment, won't they?
Every other Saturday there'll be 3 slots you can come round.
Not 3 slots as in only 3 people, but 3 time slots. So it'll be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Yeah. So people can book onto those and pay up front, book onto those, and then that helps us to manage really how many people we need in the centre, how many people we sort of have to cater for doing the tours, which is helpful.
Yeah, because some Saturdays we get loads and loads of tours, and then other Saturdays we sit up here and we don't get any.
No.
And to be honest, that's a bit of a waste of our time because we could be doing something else. Something else we'll be bringing you is the haunted walks of Leicestershire, because I've got a book on ghost walks. It's getting hooked up. I've got a book called the Ghost Walks of Leicestershire. So we're going to do that. There's 30 odd walks just in Leicestershire that we are going to do these walks, see what Jane picks up on the way. We're going to record it. Obviously we can't show them live because some of them 10-mile walks. And
not sure about that. Might have to go halfway and come back.
Doing part 1, part 2. Because some are quite long, so we're going to film it all and then I'll just put it out as live. So we'll just film some interesting bits.
Yeah, and there's also some other very interesting sites that we want to visit that through folklore say that there's sort of stuff going on there.
Yes, let's put Claire says, how interesting, guys. Thanks. Vicky, this is a kiss of death for me now, Vicky. Don't want to jinx this, but Neil, you haven't coughed yet. If you heard me an hour before I left home, I was nearly sick. I was coughing that much. However, last night I didn't cough at all. I didn't wake up, didn't cough at all last night.
You must be on the mend then. You must be getting better.
It sort of goes, but then comes back, and it's doing my head in. So some interesting research, and we've still got to get
that thing that we said that we wanted to do about 5 years ago, visiting those certain
Special places.
Yeah, and we've still got to try and get that off the ground.
Yeah, come the come the spring, Jane and I will be doing another show. We're not going to tell you about it yet because we're not started. The problem, something else that annoys me a little bit is people copy. If we say things too soon,
Yeah.
people copy and then they start it, and we want to do it properly, so we want to look at where we're going first and that sort of thing. But it's going to be a fascinating series, that one.
Yeah.
So if anyone's got any comments, please put them down. So it's all very exciting. We're not going anywhere. It's just that I get very bored.
Yeah.
And
Julie.
Julie knows this. Julie can go out and come back and the lounge is all turned round because I get bored.
But we've covered quite a lot in the past 5 years. We have covered quite a lot of stuff here at the centre, and we just want to keep moving on. And for our own sort of personal journey, really, we just want to learn more and more and more. And we're having to adapt what we're doing in order for us to progress and learn and just try and do more and more in the paranormal. And it's not just the simple. It's not just the same old stuff that people do when they visit a building or when they visit, when they go outdoors or stuff. We're not going to be visiting cemeteries and stuff like that. We want to be going to places that are that we've not investigated before, that gives us a bit of a challenge, but also we can learn from it. We want to learn from these new places.
To be honest, I think in the last 5 years we've let ourselves down in respect to research a bit, because we've been so focused on letting the teams come in. So, like we said, the teams are still welcome, obviously, because we've made some really good friends, but it's time for us to do more of our work. Okay, Claire says, I have many books on the historical building hauntings in Yorkshire. If you want to take a look at them, guys, I'm happy to let you loads of places in Yorkshire region. Yes, please do.
Yeah. And that's another thing that we want to try and do. If say the centre's not got any teams booked in over a weekend, then we could be in a position where we go somewhere like Yorkshire for a weekend, and we explore and investigate some of the places where we've not been to before. Which
is what we can do, which we will be able to do going forward. Because if we haven't got a team in Friday night and Saturday night, and I can cancel everything else in the daytime, we can spend the weekend
like we did at Pendle, and that was a fantastic weekend.
No, we'll whiz the whole team and Julie up there, and we'll have a weekend away. Claire says, I don't investigate for YouTube or anything, guys. I actually just tell fairy tales on YouTube, but I do it privately.
Oh,
that sounds interesting. Emma says, I love the haunted walks idea. Yeah, it's something we thought about a long time. Again, we've just not had a chance to do it, and I think we need to start doing this sort of thing. Otherwise, I just feel like we're
treading water. That's how I sort of
we're not
feel
doing what we said we originally planned out to do. Claire's going to message them to me. Thank you, Claire. Then she says, I think it's just for my own curiosity. Yeah, I can understand that, because we've always said, if no one watched the Demon Connection show, we'd still do it anyway, because we do it for ourselves. It's nice that you guys watch us and make comments.
But even on the walks, we can even, we can record all that, what we do on the haunted walks, and that could become possibly another book. Early in the early days, when the centre first opened, people sort of made remarks about the fact that we're not really a research centre, because we've not we don't document things, and we're not really writing things down, and we're not really sharing our findings. But in the early days, it was far too early to do any of that, because we needed time to collect this stuff, and we need time to, you know, you can't just collect all this valuable information and this research overnight. You need time, even years, to collect some of this stuff. I mean, look at the Demon Connections. We've now been doing that 2 years in March, and we're not even halfway through. So it is a long-term project, but the book is coming on. We're up to we're over to sort of 10,000 words now, and we may have to do it over 4 books, because it looks like it's growing quite a bit.
I can remember. I can remember the Demon Connections was always going to end up as a book, and I said to Jane, "What about making a series of books?" And then you were a bit hesitant at the start, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because I think Jane had the image of each book being a pamphlet.
Yeah, I was worried we wouldn't have enough information to fill a book, you know. But you know, I thought it was just going to be a little sort of booklet sort of thing. But the way we're going, I think it would be 4 good books at the minute.
Because you've got over 10,000 words already, and you've not even started what we've done.
I'm only just putting the introduction bits into each demon, and that's for the first book. I'm working on the first 25 demons, but I think a few people suggested doing 4 books of 18, because anybody who doesn't know, we're looking at the 72 demons from the Lesser Solomon, and there are also a couple of demons that we've looked at that aren't in the Lesser Solomon. So we're possibly looking at 4 books of 18.
Yep. Let's put some. Claire says, "You do a good job. You're honest. Thank you very much." Then she says, "The way you do things and the fact you're honest makes it brilliant. Thank you very much." And then she says, "It says send stars. What are stars left allowed? I don't see any to send. Please don't send stars. It's a way of Facebook getting money out of you." Facebook say they every time we go live, Facebook says, "Ask your fans for stars. Make money out of them." We don't do that. Because Facebook make a damn sight more money than we would anyway, and I think he's got enough money. Zuckerberg or whatever his name is. So please don't click on the stars. We don't use that sort of thing.
Because I think Facebook get the first 10,000 stars that people send anyway. So all the stars that people are buying, Facebook get back the first 10,000 stars, and it's not until you get over 10,000 stars, I think, does the sort of the host or the recipient that's doing the show, do they get anything? So yeah, we're not into the stars.
It's just a way of getting your money off you, and we don't do that. We will never charge for this sort of thing. We just do it for a laugh, really, don't we?
We do.
So going forward, Claire said, "Thank you, I didn't know that." Yeah, to be honest, I hate Facebook. I know I'm using it, but I want to find a different way of doing these shows and these lives, but it's difficult.
Because Facebook is so popular now with everybody. Everybody sort of looks at Facebook, don't they? So it's, you know, if you've got a business, you really need to be on it.
It does do my head in though. But so after April the 1st, or perhaps before that, things will start coming in slowly. Now, I'm looking into change the name on Facebook, but I don't think I can. So I don't know. I don't know.
I thought you could go in and change it. Like when you're in. Oh, is it that you can only do one change?
No, because it's a page, not a group. You can change the names of groups, but this is a page.
Oh, right. Okay.
So we'll see anyway. I'll have a look on the computer to see if we can change it. So you will start gradually seeing different things coming in. The website, I will start updating the website. There's a lot of work to do on the website. There's a lot of work to do on the app. If you didn't know, we do have our own app, which is an easy way to find out what we do. I would really like to embed the videos that we do onto the website, which will send the traffic onto the website.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So you will start seeing some changes. So this show will become the what's coming up, basically show.
Okay.
You're looking a bit dubious
You're
there.
going to change the name of the show.
No.
When you said this show will become.
This show is
I thought you were going to change it.
This show has had many different formats, hasn't it? Yeah. We used to have guests. Well, it started off on Castlemead Radio, didn't it?
It did, as the Parrotology Hour.
Many years ago. Then it went to
on the platform.
On a platform, haprc platform, and that folded, and then it come to this. So we used to have guests that we chatted to, but to me, there's so many people doing that.
Yeah.
I just want to be different. So this show on a Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock will tell you what's coming up the following week, and we might discuss what's happened the previous week and what's coming up. So if we've got a Faith Files coming up during the week, we will tell you on this show and what time and what day. If we've got something else coming up, we will tell you what's happening during this show.
Yeah.
So it's
more likely will be that there's probably these new sort of 4 shows will probably be at the same time, perhaps at the same. So every week you will have a show, but the shows will probably just come around once a month.
Yeah.
So there'll be 4 perhaps different shows, 4 or 5 different shows, but there'll be something there every week. But there'll be some of them will just be sort of once a month.
Yeah, in an ideal world, the shows will be the same day and the same time every week, but we can't do that because.
And some of them, if we're out on location during the day in the summer, some of them will be recorded and may need playing back. So.
But if possible, we'll do it as live. We'll just record it, then put it on in its entirety that way.
Yeah.
So we're not. I don't want to start editing things because that takes a long time.
And we like to share all the raw stuff anyway, don't
Plus,
we?
it's easy to mess things out, change things if you start editing, which annoys me as well. Claire says she didn't know that about the stars. Yeah, just be careful. So we won't be talking to guests like we used to. We've done that.
Yeah.
So we're changing it again. We're just like a preview show. We're going to tell you what we've done last week.
And we can still chat about all things paranormal if people, we generally diverse, don't we, on the show?
We normally do.
So if people want to chat about something that they've experienced, something that they want to know about, if we can help, we will. So it's still open for discussion.
Yeah. Claire says, I thought they automatically all went to the host. That's what I originally thought, but I've heard the vast majority go to Facebook, and he's got enough money, isn't he?
Yeah. So you have to buy the stars from Facebook, and then it's only when I think they hit over 10,000 stars does the host sort of get anything, because Facebook take the first 10,000.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's right.
We're not too bothered about how many views we get. It's nice to get lots of views, but we're not like some groups who will keep saying throughout their live feed, share, send us stars, share, keep sharing and all this. We don't do that. If we don't have anybody watching, we'll still ramble on anyway. And like I say, with the Demon Connections or the Faith Files, if no one watches it, we're going to do it for ourselves. Our main thing is our research is for us. If you guys want to watch, you're always welcome, obviously, because we like to see your comments. And
none of our shows really will be going down the Patreon sort of route either, or the supporters sort of route, where we ask you for money every month just so you can watch the live feeds or extra content and stuff like that. So we don't really want to be doing that either.
No. Plus, if anyone's got any suggestions that you'd like us to do, let us know. We're always open.
Yeah.
No, we don't think of.
Always up for a giggle.
There's quite a few YouTubers now going cemeteries and things.
Yeah.
I'm not
I've never been a big fan of cemeteries.
I'm not in. I don't think I'm into that. To me, I think that's a little bit.
As a spirit, when your spirit leaves your body, why would you really want to hang around a graveyard? You'd be back home with your loved ones, or back in the house that you love, or visiting things that you know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, but if you have any suggestions, please send them to me. We'd consider it, but we will not go down the pay-to-view route at all. I'm not into that. We won't put adverts on. That's I think.
Yeah, it disturbs me a bit when you see things like HS2, when they're going to run this route, and through this route there's probably, I don't know, what was about 3 or 4 cemeteries or something. So they've exhumed all the bodies, they dug them all up, and yeah, they say it's archaeology and stuff like that, but I think that's quite sad. Because when you're laid to rest, you're laid to rest in the hope that you would be laid to rest and
Forever.
be at peace forever. And not that somebody's going to dig you up in 80 years and dissect all your bones and pull out your teeth and try and age you and all this stuff. And I just think it's so disrespectful.
Yeah, it is. Vicky says, think that's disrespectful myself. Yeah, I'm not, like we said, we're not ones to go to cemeteries. I know some people do. That's up to them. But I don't think we would. But like we said earlier, if you've got something really interesting we can get our teeth into for our research, we could go basically anywhere in the country for the weekend.
Yeah. I can't promise that we might not visit churches.
That is something we talked about before, isn't
it? It is, because I do have a thing I want to test out in churches.
Is that hush hush?
It is for now, because okay. I don't want anybody else doing it before we get there.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be able to do that. What's interesting is no one's copied the Demon Connections.
That is quite a unique thing. It takes quite unique. Well, that did take a while to pull together, and it does have some unique ingredients in it. So maybe people can't copy that bit.
So yeah, so watch out for part 1 of the Demon Connections book.
Yeah.
The series.
Yes, hopefully. Well, we're looking at perhaps the Parameet, launching it at the Parameet, but it might be out before then. Depends how busy I get to sit and write it.
It does take time though, doesn't it, to get right?
Yeah, it does.
Vicky says, I think she means demon. Yes, she does. She says Demon Connection is an OG thing, and no one could do it like you guys. What's an OG thing, Vicky? Oh gosh, oh god. Yeah, I actually agree with you there, Vicky. I thought people would lash on. Actually, someone did copy a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
just after we started, or original. It is very. If you've not seen the Demon Connections, it is very, very original. It's very controversial.
But also, it's very educational.
Yeah.
And we've had quite a lot of people say to us how they've thought about it, and they've gone off to do their own research and their own, reading of books and stuff like that. And it's inspired people to go out and learn more and do their own research. Which I think is brilliant. If we can get people questioning what they've been told and they go off and do their own research, that's brilliant.
Claire says, people prefer to put attacked by demons, laugh out that. Yeah. Clickbait on YouTube. Yeah, they like it, don't they? They were attacked by demons. It almost made me cry. Almost made me pack up paranormal.
Yeah.
But then when you watch it, you think, well, actually, you make notes of nothing's happened.
No. Where's this demon then?
Yeah, I did think so, but one guy we saw, didn't we, did try and copy to an extent.
Yeah.
But he failed miserably, didn't he?
Mhm.
Because I actually think they wouldn't work with anybody else.
Yeah, I think you have to earn the respect and trust of some of these things in order for them to share information with you.
Yeah, so those and demons, good pals.
Best of mates.
I'll never forget the first one we did.
Yeah.
The first one we did just Jane and myself. We didn't do it live. We recorded, didn't we? Because
Yeah.
we didn't know what was going to happen, did we? Really?
Yeah, we weren't quite sure how it was going to go, but it did go well.
It was good. Yeah. So, anything else? Because we not brought notes up, have we? The main thing is the change of name, I think.
Yeah, but just that there is changes.
Yeah.
And the centre will be operating in a slightly different way. It's not massive changes, but it's just enough to make it a little bit different for us, to stop Neil being bored, and for us to sort of progress and still carry on doing what we're doing.
Vicky says, just waiting for my invite to arrive in the post to join the Demon Connections. Well, we might do a special one at the Parameet, mightn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
We might actually do a special one at the Parameet.
We were thinking of doing a bit of a special on the anniversary, which was, I think, the 28th of March. That was 2 years. That's a 2-year anniversary. So we'll have to have a look at that in a few weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we might well do, Vicky. We'll see.
I'm just doing a bit more reading up first on a quite a famous sort of possessions.
A geezer.
A geezer.
A bloke. A demon.
No, no. I'm because there was a quite a famous sort of possessions where 3 demons are supposed to be involved, and I'm just doing quite a bit of reading about that at the minute, just to see what really happened and how people saw it, and how it was all supposed to have happened. So I've got 3 books I'm trawling through at the minute because I like to get different perspectives.
Yeah. Vicky says, "Whoa, me please, me please." We'll see.
Yeah, perhaps this will be the special. That might be a
special with special guests.
Yeah, that could be possible.
Yeah, put your name there.
Anything, but it could be possible. We'll have to have a think about it and see how it's going to work out. We've got a couple of weeks.
Are we going to put someone on the slab to be possessed?
No, I don't think they'd do that anyway.
I'm sure they don't possess people. I think all these so-called possessions. Possession looks to me very similar to schizophrenia. From what I don't read a lot, but I don't think they're demons.
No.
So do you think the people, for example, on the TV shows and YouTube, when they say they've come across a demon, they've actually come across a demon?
Quite unlikely. Quite unlikely. I mean, I'm surprised we don't hear about more sort of possessions, because there's supposed to be thousands and thousands of demons out there. You know, you've got your 72 demons from the Leskia Solomon, but each one of them has sort of perhaps say 60 legions of demons underneath them or something like that. So each one has all got, you know, these legions of demons under them. And, you know, when you consider there's like 6 billion people, 8 billion people on the planet, you know, and there's thousands and thousands of demons, how come we don't hear of possessions all the time?
Wouldn't they? Claire says, I don't think they possess people. No. From our experience so far, they don't. They want to help us, especially the last one.
Yeah.
They just want to help us. Vicky says, you sound like my mum. We will see. That usually meant no. Well, it doesn't mean no, Vic. It means Jane's got to do the research, and then we got to make sure the demons are happy with.
I want to make sure that what we're going to put, I've got an idea of what we're going to do, but I want to make sure that I've got my facts right and that the information that we're going to be working with is correct and that we're taking the right approach to it and that we're not just taking on other people's sort of bullshit, basically, just because that's what they've said. You know, we've got to work it out. We've got to be sure that what we're doing is truthful and honest, and it's got to be done in the right way. So we don't want to offend the demons and the spirit world.
Because we've got a good rapport with them.
Yeah, but also we don't want to make ourselves look idiots because we've not done the research properly.
Yeah. So it's not a no.
Well, we just need a bit more time to work on it.
Claire says, I think it's with some faiths, it's just power of suggestion. Yeah, you keep control of the masses through fear, don't you? And if the man upstairs, God, says, if you don't pray to me, give me all your money, you're going to end up in hell. That's
purgatory.
That's scary, isn't it? To uneducated people, I guess, if that's the right word.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vicky says, absolutely, Jane. Yeah, because that's what we do. That Jane does all the research for the demons.
Yeah, and if I'm not sure about something, I'll probably go and buy another half a dozen books to read just to confirm it.
But we, like Jane says, we don't want to look idiots when we do it. And the main thing to me is make sure the demons are happy with what we're doing.
Yeah. But also, we won't just take other people's words on it. You know, if people say, "Oh, don't work with demons because they're bad and they'll possess you," we won't go, "Oh, all right then."
Which is what happens for hundreds of years, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the plans for the centre. So we will be the Paranormal Research Centre. We will be doing a lot more research. We will be sharing the shows with you guys live as much as we possibly can. Obviously, like I said, the walks won't be live because they could last hours. Depends on how long the walk is. Plus, you see, we're gonna have a dinner break halfway through, sort of thing. So, and do it in the daytime.
Yeah.
So, but we'll record it and then put it out to you. So, anything else to say, Jane?
No, I just think there's a lot of exciting changes coming up. It's just going to be a case of watch this space, watch the app, watch the website, see all the new things coming up, and there's just lots of exciting stuff to sort of look at, really. And we've also got the Parameet coming up. That's coming up in September.
Yep.
So if you haven't bought your ticket for that, you need to have a look at that. If you haven't booked your room yet, you need to do that because
Vicky,
the rooms are quickly running out.
Yeah, saw another one yesterday.
So there's I should think there's only a few left, isn't there?
There's not many, and I've got to contact all the rest of the speakers. I know Paul Goddard's staying Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so he's making a real good weekend of it. And Paul is a fantastic speaker. We got some amazing speakers. They're not all household names like some festivals do. Even then, they tend to go to Americans, don't they?
Yeah. But we've got the whole hotel all to ourselves all weekend, so there's no sort of weddings or discos or anything like that going on in the other rooms or whatever. So we've got the whole hotel to ourselves, which is going to be amazing. There's just so many things going on as well in the day. There's experiments going on. There's going to be stalls. There's speakers.
Workshops.
There's lots of lovely food going on. There's workshops, ghost hunts. So yeah, it's all there.
Annette says, "Evening, guys. Evening, Annette." And also a week on Friday, Jane, Julie, and myself are going to Cornwall.
Yeah, we're off to the
Scary conference. I've been invited to be a guest speaker. Looking forward to that. So we're having a weekend in Cornwall, so we might even find some spooky places down there.
Yeah, we were going to try and go Boscastle, aren't we?
No, I don't think they open till Easter though.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't be doing that.
So we can't go there, but I'm sure there'll be some spooky places down there. So, yeah, and I should be talking about the centre, not how I started, because again, I've been talking about that for 5 years now. So, but I will be talking about the Demon Connections, so that will be interesting.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see the response. They might kick me out. But Barry Guy will be there. He's the keynote speaker, so it'd be nice to see Barry again.
Yeah.
Be nice to see Barry's comments to the Demon Connections. But I do think it needs to get out to more people if we can possibly do it.
Yeah.
I know we did plan putting on a paranormal network, but it was just too way out there for them, unfortunately.
Yeah. We have had a few people that sort of are no longer sort of friends of the centre because they felt that while we were doing the Demon Files, the Demon Connections rather, while we were doing the Demon Connections, they didn't like the idea that we were doing it, and they thought it would they thought that it would impact on them, and they didn't like what people would think about them being associated with us because we were doing the Demon Files. So unfortunately, some people did sort of say that they didn't want to.
They fell out with me.
Yeah, which is a shame.
No, it's not. It's their loss, isn't it?
It's a shame that people get to that stage where they feel that they've got to sort of remove themselves as friends because of some of the ideas and work that we do.
I just think people should. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the paranormal hasn't moved on hardly at all in 200 odd years. It's been going, hasn't it? Really, it's not. We've not moved on at all, really, as far as I can see. You watch the TV shows, the YouTube paranormal shows. They're all basically the same with a little bit of a twist. What can you say?
Nothing. I just thought that.
But I don't think anyone is really the one, or not many people are trying to question things, and I think that's what we try and do. Annette says, "What? That is crazy." Thanks, Annette. I know you always watch the Demon Connections. Claire says, "It's like people think demons just latch onto you, laugh out loud. They don't have time for that." No, and we've even had people they've booked the centre.
Yeah.
And they've cancelled because they found out we work with demons.
Even though we've been doing it for 2 years. But they did made their booking after after we started.
Yeah.
And then they've just decided that they don't want to come because we're working with demons.
Which to me is a shame. Claire says, I mean, why would they really, honestly? Yeah, I think we're showing the demons aren't what the vast majority in the paranormal portray it or think they are, because the vast majority have just listened to the so-called experts, maybe, or watched the films,
or just even religion itself. Religion has sort of brainwashed us into thinking that these demons are sort of harmful and everything else if you work with them or do anything with them, and we've all been brainwashed into that for hundreds of years.
Annette says, cannot believe people cannot accept a different point of view other than their own. Totally narrow-minded. Yes, unfortunately, that's how a lot of people are in it. Claire says it's a shame because if you're in the paranormal, you're meant to be open-minded and learn all you can. Exactly. And question things. Vicky says they're the ones losing out on such an amazing location to investigate. Yeah, I agree there, Vicky. I know you love the place. Kathy says there is so much out there that we know nothing about. Surely it's a good thing to try and expand our knowledge of the unknown. Yeah, exactly, Kathy. And that's what we're trying to do. Val says, looking forward to coming to the centre in May with Creeping It Real. Oh, good. Be good to see you, Val.
Yeah, been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah, I must admit, I if you'd asked me before we started the Demon Files if I believed in demons, I'd say no. But can you remember the medium we used to work with?
Yeah.
Everything was, well, he said demons
and demonic. Yeah.
Everything was demon, and I thought you're full of rubbish, mate. Sorry, and that's one of the reasons we sort of broke away. But people don't question it. I don't understand why more people don't question it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people take it as a pinch of salt that it's sort of real, isn't it? It's a bit like residual energy. Don't get me started on residual energy. It's a bit like residual energy. I don't believe it exists. Never experienced it. Especially here in the centre where there's over nearly 1,000 years of history, different layers. Surely we would have had some residual energy if it existed, but
we haven't.
I don't believe it does because it's related to the stone tape theory. And that's all a load of rubbish because that was from a BBC play
in 1972.
1972. So.
And we sat and watched it.
We did just for the research.
I was waiting for Doctor Who to appear.
Yeah, he didn't.
Claire says it's all demons, laugh out loud. Yeah, that's how people. Yeah, when we do our introduction, it says, do demons put more seats on, sell more? Do demons sell more tickets? And they probably do.
Yeah.
And she says, I love learning new things. I'm very open-minded and just enjoy watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still watch the YouTube. And to be honest, some of them are worth watching. I do enjoy Are You Haunted?
Yeah.
Phil and Sarah Wyman and their team, because they are slightly different to the others.
Yeah.
But when people start coming out with they've got the most haunted doll or the most haunted building, how do you quantify one doll is actually haunted anyway?
Yeah.
How can you say one doll is more haunted than another doll?
Yeah, or one building is more haunted than another building.
How can you? It's impossible.
How can you say it's the most haunted building in the UK?
It's impossible. So that does annoy me, and it does annoy me when they say a demon attacked me, and we had to run, and then when you watch it, you think, well, nothing's happened.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the demon to appear.
Or they think the demon is the Hollywood type demon.
Yeah.
And they want to talk to this demon with a flipping teddy bear. Flashy teddy bear.
Oh, there's notes of queer as folk.
And you just think, what? Why would a demon who possesses people,
yeah,
who makes people's lives hell, want to make a teddy bear flash? Don't know. Vicky says, shush, Hannah is listening. And Claire says, I love that help demon attack me. There's some good ones out there, isn't there? I do watch them for the
entertainment value.
The laughter value.
Yeah.
The problem we've got is that sort of YouTube channel gets watched by some of them 500,000 views.
Yeah.
And you think that's 500,000 people are believing your rubbish.
Yeah.
Which is Annette says it must be one of those woke demons. I like that. Don says, can you guys speak to the dead? Jane is the medium of the centre. She can speak to the spirits. Claire says, I fear dolls, but actually I have a fear of mannequins.
Yeah.
Mannequins are a bit creepy.
Yeah, I do find clowns. Clowns disturb me as well. Ever since I was a child, I've never liked clowns. Even going to the circus, they used to disturb me.
Yeah, I remember Mum and Dad took me to a circus once, but the clown scared me.
Yeah.
So Claire says, me too, no clowns. Yeah, they're a bit freaky. Judith says, I'd love to know more on how we can communicate more with our own family, present and past.
But if you feel that they're around you at home, just acknowledge their presence and ask them to sort of show you a sign, ask them to do something or to move something. And you might find that, if you've got an ornament or something on the mantelpiece, that you could come down in the morning and it would probably be moved. Or, if there's a picture that was related to that person somewhere, you could possibly leave that out and ask them to move the picture. There's quite a lot of things that you can do. Even if you wanted to get some sort of visual thing, just nip down the shop and get some cat balls, put them on your mantelpiece or put them in a place and just see if ask spirit to set them off and see if that happens.
And Claire says, yes, communicating with ancestors, brilliant. Yeah, so it's all good stuff. So, okay, some people are idiots, but never mind. So I think that's what we've want to tell you guys tonight.
It's just a case of watch this space, really, isn't it?
We've said that a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, and that's all we can do.
We will always keep changing. Not everything works out the way I want it to do, but most things do, don't they?
Yeah.
So.
And if they don't work out, we just try something else.
But they are changing for the better in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing more of our own research.
Yeah.
Can't wait to work with the Fae. I'm actually more nervous about working with the Fae. I'm more nervous about doing the Fae files than I am doing the demon connections.
Yeah, because they can be quite.
Because they're not Tinkerbell, are they?
No, they can be quite. I think sometimes the Fae are worse than demons. They can be quite nasty and quite unforgiving, very sort of unyielding.
Yeah.
And they take the mickey out of you as well.
Noreen says, I forgot it was Tuesday. We'll have to watch back. I'll let you off, Noreen. And Claire says, you should be laugh out loud at the Fae. And then she says, I agree. And then Annette says, can I ask you, Jane, have you ever come across anything that sounds like a creak or a croak? It's like an attempted voice, but this is how it comes out and can be heard.
So is that like a direct voice phenomenon, DVP? So we have come across things like that. We've come across them in the centre and out on locations and things.
Yeah.
We've experienced lots of weird noises, creaking and croaking. So yeah, sometimes it's a growl, sometimes it's you could just perhaps get a giggle or some sort of attempt at somebody using their voice. But maybe, sometimes it's not always a lengthy thing. It can be quite sort of a short, like a giggle or a growl or even a croak, like you say. There's or sometimes I have heard sort of what sounded like somebody like clearing their throat, and sometimes weird like human noises, but you're not quite sure what they are, whether it could be a cough or a sneeze or something like that.
And it says, I've heard it 3 times.
Is it up at the centre? Is that here or is that at home?
Interesting. Let's just go into bed. Claire says, I've had a pig grunt laugh out loud. No idea if a pig was once here, but it used to be a farm. It used to be farms way back. I don't know how odd.
Possibly.
And then,
or even perhaps a creature.
And it says no, it's at home.
Maybe then.
So could that be a creature?
Well, it could be.
Like a croak.
It could just be. Could be some sort of spirit from family or one of your ancestors just trying to communicate with you, but that might be all they can do. You know, a croak. Not every spirit can sort of giggle and talk and do all sorts of things. Maybe all they can do, you know, when they're trying to manifest their energy, all they may be able to do is just one noise.
Final comment, because we're on overtime now.
That mean we get double pay?
Nope. Vicky says farmland was picked up on Friday night by a guest. Here.
Well, this Hinckley did used to be mainly fields, particularly out the back, the other side of what's it called? The road at the back here, Trinity Lane. So there was sort of all farmland there, where your estate is and everything. So yeah,
I remember that being farmland.
Yeah, there was farmland a while ago, quite close.
So we just want to say thank you very much for everybody watching. We are very excited about the changes. I think they're going to be interesting. And like I say, I am going to be nervous at the first Fae files.
It'll be fun.
But that's what we're doing it for, research. And thanks for watching, and I hope you carry on watching us and supporting us. So we will see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. So take care, everyone, and we'll see you all soon.
Don't forget the paranormal blackout on Thursday. We've got young Evan.
Oh, our very own demon fodder.
Many moons ago. So we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.
Bye.